Dust swirls on a barren road under a scorching sun. A weathered rancher, Tom, rides his horse across the plains. His face, etched with solitude, scans the horizon. At 50, he's lived alone since his wife passed. The ranch is his world, its silence his companion. Today, something feels off. A faint cry echoes in the distance, pulling him toward a grim discovery. Tom spurs his horse toward the sound. A wooden fence looms ahead, splintered and worn. Tied to it, wrists bound with coarse rope, is a teenage girl. Her clothes are torn, her face streaked with dirt and tears. She's trembling, eyes wide with fear. Tom dismounts, heart pounding. "Who did this?" he asks, voice gruff but kind. She doesn't answer, only stares, lost in trauma. The girl's name is Ellie, though she doesn't say it yet. Tom cuts the ropes, his calloused hands gentle. She collapses, weak from hunger and exposure. He wraps her in his jacket, lifting her onto his horse. The ranch isn't far, but the ride feels endless. Ellie's silence weighs heavy. Tom wonders what kind of monster could abandon a child like this. At the ranch, a modest cabin sits amid sprawling fields. Tom carries Ellie inside, setting her by the fire. He offers water and bread, but she barely eats. Her eyes dart, wary of every sound. Tom doesn't push her to talk. He's no stranger to pain, having buried his own. For now, he gives her space, hoping she'll feel safe enough to open up soon. Night falls, stars piercing the sky. Ellie sleeps on a cot, wrapped in blankets. Tom sits by the window, shotgun across his lap. Whoever left her might come back. He thinks of his daughter, lost years ago to illness. Ellie's face stirs those memories, painful, yet warm. He vows to protect her, no matter what. Sleep eludes him as the wind howls outside. Morning brings a tense calm. Ellie wakes, startled, but Tom's quiet presence soothes her. She whispers her name, voice cracked. He nods, offering a faint smile. "You're safe here," he says. She doesn't believe it yet, but it's a start. Over coffee, Tom plans to contact the sheriff. Ellie's story needs telling, but he won't force it out of her. Days pass, and Ellie begins to trust. She helps with small chores, feeding chickens, mending fences. Her hands shake less now. Tom teaches her to ride, her laughter a rare sound. He sees strength in her, buried under scars. She doesn't talk about her father, but Tom pieces it together. A cruel man, driven by rage. The thought makes his blood boil. The sheriff arrives, a gruff man named Holt. Ellie freezes as he asks questions. Tom steps in, protective. "She'll talk when she's ready," he says. Holt nods, leaving a card. Evidence of abuse is clear. Bruises on Ellie's arms tell a story words can't. Tom swears to keep her safe, but the law moves slow, and her father's shadow looms large. Ellie opens up one night by the fire. Her father, a drifter, blamed her for her mother's death. He drank, he hit, he abandoned. Tying her to the fence was his final act of cruelty. Tears fall as she speaks, but her voice grows steady. Tom listens, silent, his heart breaking. He promises she has a home here, for as long as she needs it. The ranch becomes Ellie's refuge. She learns to care for the horses, her confidence growing. Tom watches, proud but wary. He knows her father might return. He teaches her to shoot, just in case. Her aim is shaky, but her resolve isn't. She's no longer the scared girl from the fence. She's finding her place, her strength, in this quiet world. A storm rolls in, thunder shaking the cabin. Ellie's nightmares return, memories of her father's rage. Tom sits by her, telling stories of his wife and daughter to calm her. His voice, low and steady, anchors her. She clings to his words, finding hope in his loss. The storm passes, but the fear lingers. They both know trouble isn't far off. One morning, hoofbeats echo outside. Tom grabs his rifle, motioning Ellie to stay low. A man dismounts, ragged, wild-eyed. It's her father, drunk and furious. "She's mine," he bellows, pounding the door. Tom stands firm, rifle raised. Ellie trembles but steps forward, clutching a knife. She's done running. This is her home now, and she'll fight for it. The standoff is tense. Her father spits threats, but Tom's steady gaze holds him back. "Leave, or you won't walk away," Tom warns. The man hesitates, sizing up the rancher. Ellie's voice cuts through, strong. I'm not yours anymore. Her words hit hard. Her father curses, mounts his horse, and rides off. But Tom knows this isn't the end. Days later, the sheriff calls. Her father's been spotted nearby, armed. Tom doubles the locks, keeps watch at night. Ellie insists on helping, her fear tempered by resolve. They work as a team, fortifying the ranch. She's not just a guest now, she's family. Tom feels purpose again, a reason to keep going. Ellie's fight becomes his own. A neighbor, Mrs. Carter, visits with supplies. She's kind but nosy, asking about Ellie. Tom keeps it vague, protecting her story. The town's starting to talk. Rumors of a runaway, a cruel father. Mrs. Carter offers to teach Ellie to read better, seeing her potential. Ellie agrees, eager to learn. The ranch feels less lonely with her spark. Ellie's reading improves fast. She devours old books from Tom's shelf, her mind hungry. He sees his daughter in her curiosity, her grit. One evening, she reads him a poem, her voice clear. Tom's eyes mist. He hasn't heard poetry since his wife. Ellie smiles, shy but proud. The ranch is alive again, filled with small joys they both needed. Danger returns at dusk. A gunshot cracks the silence, grazing a barn. Tom pulls Ellie behind cover, rifle ready. Her father's back, with two others, hired muscle. They shout for Ellie, promising pain. Tom fires a warning shot, voice steady, "You're on my land." Ellie grips her knife, ready to fight. The ranch is their fortress, and they'll defend it. The fight is brutal but quick. Tom's aim is true, wounding one man. The others scatter, dragging their injured friend. Her father screams curses, vowing revenge. Ellie stands tall, no longer cowering. Tom pulls her close, checking for wounds. They're unharmed, but shaken. The ranch feels violated, its peace shattered. They know he'll try again. The sheriff sets up patrols, but Tom trusts his own instincts. He and Ellie take turns keeping watch. She's stronger now, her fear replaced by defiance. Tom teaches her more. Tracking, survival. She's a quick study, her spirit fierce. They talk of the future, of her dreams. She wants to stay, to build a life here. Tom nods, his heart full. Weeks pass without incident. Ellie's laughter fills the ranch, a sound Tom cherishes. They plant a garden, her idea. She kneels in the dirt, hopeful for growth. Tom watches, seeing a future he hadn't dared imagine. The ranch isn't just his anymore, it's theirs. Ellie's found a home, and Tom's found purpose. They're healing together. One night, Ellie asks about Tom's daughter. He shares her story, her laugh, her love of horses. Ellie listens, then hugs him, a rare gesture. "She'd like me," she says. Tom chuckles, nodding. The pain of loss eases, replaced by new bonds. Ellie's not his daughter, but she's family. The ranch feels whole, its silence now warm. Trouble brews again. Tracks appear near the fence, fresh, deliberate. Tom recognizes the signs. Her father's close. He tells Ellie, expecting fear, but she's ready. "We'll face him," she says, eyes fierce. Tom nods, proud. They prepare, checking weapons, setting traps. The ranch is their sanctuary, and they'll protect it with everything they have. The final confrontation comes at dawn. Her father returns, alone, desperate. He pleads, then threatens, but Ellie stands firm. "You don't own me," she says, voice steady. Tom backs her, rifle ready. Her father lunges, but Ellie's faster, tripping him with a rope. He falls, defeated. The sheriff arrives, cuffing him. It's over. Ellie's free. Her father's taken away, his threats empty now. Ellie watches, silent but strong. Tom stands beside her, a quiet pillar. The ranch is safe, their bond unbreakable. Ellie turns to Tom, eyes bright. "Thank you," she says. He shrugs, gruff but warm. "You're home," he replies. They walk back to the cabin, ready for whatever comes next. Spring arrives, the garden blooming. Ellie tends it with care, her hands steady. She's enrolled in school, thanks to Mrs. Carter. Tom helps with her studies, proud of her progress. The ranch thrives, its fields green, its spirit alive. Ellie's laughter echoes, a sound of hope. Tom knows he's not alone anymore, and neither is she. The town accepts Ellie as one of their own. She makes friends, shares stories of the ranch. Tom's gruff exterior softens. He's known as her guardian now. They attend a town fair, Ellie beaming as she wins a ribbon for her horse. Tom claps, his smile wide. The community sees their bond, a quiet story of healing in a harsh world. One evening, Ellie writes a letter to her mother, she says, though it's more for herself. She reads it to Tom, words of forgiveness, strength, and hope. He listens, moved. She burns the letter in the fire, letting go of her past. The flames dance, and Ellie smiles. She's not just surviving, she's living, free at last on the ranch. As the sun sets, Tom and Ellie sit on the porch. The horizon glows, peaceful. She leans against him, content. This is home, she says. Tom nods, his heart full. The ranch, once lonely, is alive with purpose. They've faced darkness and won, together. The future stretches ahead, bright with promise, as the stars.